Hello mortals, I'm the BookTube Goddess, the #1 drag queen booktuber on YouTube. And continuing my little series of what's in my box, I dug into my garage and found some more books to unpack. But today, instead of a box, I have a bag. Yes, this is a bag filled with books. So let's go ahead, open it up, and see what's inside. Okay, these books are a little bent up. We have Patricia McKillip's Riddlemaster Trilogy. And in case you don't know, Patricia McKillip is a fantastic fantasy writer. She won the first ever World Fantasy Award for Legendary Beasts of Eld. I believe that's what it was called. And this is a special collector's edition. Next we have A Miracle of Rare Design by Michael Resnick. If you don't know, he is a classic science fiction writer. This is a very small book. I bet it is a novella. I don't remember this book particularly, but I actually really like his, I think it's called the Prophet series, Sirius Prophet, Oracle. Check that one out. Or check this one out and let me know if it was any good, because I don't remember. Next we have a very, not in very good shape, The Saints of the Sword by John Marco. Now, I think I've mentioned John Marco before. He is a sort of military fantasy writer. Very, very good, but he sort of dropped out. I don't know why. And we have a Stacy's bookmark. Next we have, oh, a Star Trek book, First Contact. This one is by J.M. Dillard. J.M. Dillard is very well known for their Star Trek books. This one is, of course, based on the movie, and there are even pictures in it. Next we have a Harry Potter book. Next we have another John Marco book, The Grand Design. So this is, I'm sure, all part of a series which I really liked. Yeah, this is the continuation of The Jackal of Nar. So if you're interested in John Marco, pick up Jackal of Nar, and if you love it as much as I do, go ahead with the rest of the series. Next we have, you might hear some rain coming in. Sorry about that. Hopefully it is relaxing and not annoying. Anyway, this is Nebula Winners, edited by Connie Willis, and features Paul Anderson, Jerry Olchin, I don't know who that is, Vonda McIntyre, I know that, Nancy Kress, and Jane Yolen. Next we have, Honor Harrington. It's David Weber's, this is a military science fiction writer. David Weber also does fantasy, and he's very entertaining. These are just novels that you can just read one after the other in very quick succession. Now, I have to be honest, the last Honor Harrington book I read, I didn't enjoy very much, but if you start with the beginning of the series, you can't go wrong. Next we have, a Robert Silverberg, I'm going to say this is a novella because it's quite small, The Mountains of Madripoor. I do like Robert Silverberg. If you haven't read Lord Valentine's Castle, that one is well worth it. Next we have, oh my goodness, it is a Forgotten Realms book by R.A. Salvatore, Legacy of the Drow. So I am going to go out on a limb and say this is a compilation of several novels in the series. And this is Salvatore's character Drizzt, who is a dark elf that is very well known and popular. Next we have another Harry Potter. And another Harry Potter. And, oh, here's a big one. Okay, if I ever wondered where my Harry Potter books are, I think I found them. And of course, we have a Stacy's bookmark. And we have Good Omens. This is the Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett version. I believe Amazon Prime did a series that was quite fun. Next we have, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I have this version of Lord of the Rings. It is a box set of the original trilogy, and let's look at the covers. Oh, this is a movie version. I bet someone got this for me, because I don't actually remember paying for it, but it has stills from the movie on the cover. And next we have, oh my gosh, the Illuminatus trilogy. Now, I've gone through several versions of the Illuminatus trilogy. This one is a compilation of all 3 books. This is by Robert Shee and Robert Anton Wilson. And if you don't know, this was, I guess, originally published in the 60s. It is very psychedelic. It is very erotic. There are some hardcore sex scenes in this. And one of the trippiest books I've ever read. And if you are prone to conspiracies, you are going to be absolutely loving this book. Then we have, oh, Tales of the Dying Earth by Jack Vance. Now, Jack Vance is his novels are mostly science fiction, but they have this fantasy appeal to them. And in fact, Jack Vance is one of the inspirations for Gary Gygax's Dungeons and Dragons. And if you're looking for a classic science fiction, this one says all 4 Dying Earth novels in one volume. So it's not that big. I guess each novel is pretty slim, but go ahead and get the compilation. And his writing is very picturesque. And finally, the last book in this bag is Mr. Be Gone by Clive Barker. Now, it looks like an old book, but I believe that is just the publisher's way of marketing it. But it does have that old book feel to it. Actually, let's look at it without the cover. So there you have it. Mr. Be Gone. Now, I love Clive Barker, but I actually don't remember the plot of this at all. Well, heck, I guess I could just read the plot. This is our last book. Mr. Be Gone marks the long-awaited return of Clive Barker, the great master of the macabre, to the classic horror story. This bone-chilling novel in which a medieval devil speaks directly to his reader, his tone murderous one moment, seductive the next, is a never-before-published memoir allegedly penned in the year 1438. The demon has embedded himself in the very words of this tale of terror, turning the book itself into a dangerous object, laced with menace, only too ready to break free and exert its power. A brilliant and truly unsettling tour de force of the supernatural, Mr. Be Gone escorts the reader on an intimate and revelatory journey to uncover the shocking truth of the battle between good and evil. Well, that's all I have for this What's in My Box, or in this case, What's in My Bag. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That's all I have for today. Until we meet again, may all the books you read be blessed.